Welcome back to PowerPoint Module 3. This is Part 2. We are picking up where we left off in your book on PowerPoint Module 3, page 23. I'll go ahead and add a slide title. Sometimes when you're creating a slideshow, you need to add another text box. So to do that, we go to the Insert tab. There is an option for text, and we can choose text box. And you click and drag out a box, and then you type in it. And then resize the box to be the size of the text, and then click and drag and center it underneath of my chart. Speaking of my chart, or my table, let's go ahead and align that. So I'll click on it, and I'll go to my Layout tab, and there's an Arrange button. And there is my align. So I want to align center, align this chart to the center. So there we go. Now let me move my text box and make sure it's lined up. Looks great. Okay, now we are going to look at reusing slides from another PowerPoint presentation. So let's assume that I've done a PowerPoint and it's already saved on my computer somewhere. And I want to use some of those slides in this slideshow. So to do that, I go to my Home tab, New Slide area, and I come down to where it says Reuse Slides. Then I need to find the location of that slideshow, wherever I saved it. So if I click on the Browse button, I can go find it. There it is. So I'll click Open, and it'll give me a thumbnail over here on the side of the slides involved. So now if I right-click on one of these slides, I can choose to just insert one slide, or in this case, I'm going to insert all the slides. It will insert those slides into my PowerPoint, but it will keep the theme of my new PowerPoint. There is an option to apply the theme to the slides too, if you want to, but we're not going to use that. So I'm done with that. Let's go to the slide sorter area and rearrange my slideshow. So I'll take slide number 3. I want that to be slide number 1. And then I want slide number 4, and I want to make that slide number 2. Next, let's look at slide number 1. So I'll return to normal view. I'm going to delete the picture that's on that slide and insert a new picture. Okay, let's resize this picture. We'll make it a height of 7 inches and a width of 11.23. And then we'll use the Smart Guides to center this picture. Now let's look at how to crop a picture. So when you have the picture selected, remember you get your Picture Tools Format tab, and there is an option to crop. So if you click the crop button, you'll notice you get some cropping handles. So I'm going to drag the center cropping handle inward on the picture so the top edge is right above the person's head. And then I'm going to grab the right edge of the cropping handle at the right edge and bring it in towards her hand. And then I'll click the crop button, and it will crop those parts of my picture off. Now let's adjust the picture's coloring. Picture Tools Format tab. I have some adjust options over here on the side. We'll go to Color, and we want to choose 4700K as our recoloring. You'll see that'll change it. Let's add an artistic effect. This is still on the Picture Tools Format tab. We are looking at artistic effects, and we want the cross-hatching effect. So crisscross etching effect. Now we'll change the picture softness. So on the Picture Tools Format tab, we can come over into the correction area, and this is where you change the brightness and the contrast, or you soften the picture in this case. So we are going to choose Soften 50% right here. You can see it softens the picture a little bit. Now let's apply a picture style. This should be Review, Picture Tools Format tab. In the Picture Style area, I'll click my More button, and I want Beveled Perspective. Okay, now that we've done this, let's go ahead and resize our picture. Let's make it a height of 5.5, and let's move that resized picture and use our Smart Guides to get it right in the middle of the slide. Once we've done that, let's then align this picture at the top of the slide. So we'll say Align Top so that we have room to add some word art. Now let's look at how to insert word art. So on our Insert tab, you'll notice there is an area that says Text, and in that area there should be a button that says Word Art. We are going to pick a style, and in this case it will be Gradient Fill Olive Green Accent Color 4 Outline Olive Green Accent Color 4. Man, that's a long name. Here it is. We will pick that. It will put a text box in the middle of my page, and then I can type my text. Now let's look at how to change the formatting of our word art shape. So if we click on it, you'll notice you get a Format tab. Specifically, it's Drawing Tools Format tab, and in this area there is the option for word art styles. So there's one that should say Text Effects, and we want to look for the Transform option, and then we are going to add an effect that makes it look like it's wave down. There it is, wave down. So we'll choose that to apply that to our text, and then let's change the height of it. So Drawing Tools Format tab in the size area, we are going to change the height to 1.5, and we're going to change the width to 10. Now we'll use the Smart Guides to click and drag, not the picture, click and drag the text art to the middle of our page, aligned right underneath of our picture. Few more things we need to do with that selected on my Drawing Tools Format tab. I'm going to come up to Text Effects again. This time I want to look at 3D rotation, and I want it to have the perspective above rotation. Let's change the word art text fill color. So with it selected, on my Drawing Tools Format tab, there is an option in the Word Styles area to fill the text. We want Olive Green Accent 5. And then let's change the text outline color. That's the button right below that. And for that, we want dark red in the standards color area.